on this good earth. Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today we are going to be exploring the Hamlet of Stormbridge, and we're going to do it really slowly. We're going to move one square slower at a time than we usually would. Why? Just so that we can enjoy this wonderful fresh air and clear blue skies. And we're also going to do that weird thing in gameplay where I start wasting food, because if nightfall comes we're going to be resting, even though Lotopatho is stronger in night. We have to see the sun. I don't really know if I'm going to do that. But anyway, today should be pretty interesting. I've not fully explored all of these areas just yet. There was a healing potion here we never collected last time we were in this area. However, I have sort of explored quite a lot. It feels really... do I want to say open worldy again? I don't know. This reminds me a lot, basically, of like some of the old N64 like Zelda games where you'll go to a town or whatever, and there's no NPCs or anything like that. I mean, come on, it's Grimrock, but still, it's kind of surprising to just feel your freedom of movement. So we were in this little section before. Before we move on, I just want to clarify to people. This was just a little secret thing here, and you could miss quite easily that there's more stuff to do. Like, this is just a wall here, okay? But actually, by moving out into the ocean, you can then see there's an archway here, and you can continue progressing along. We're out in the ocean, and I fiercely want to see if I can find any fish, because there's two types of fish in the game. There's the ones that we've been catching in the rivers, but then there's also the smoked sea bass. And obviously you couldn't find the sea bass already smoked, so maybe you can't just pluck it out. But I feel like there should be another type of fish that swims around. I don't know, is that kind of weird? Anyway, as ever, water, that means etherweed. If we progress all the way along over here, I can't remember if we did this in the series yet or not, so I may as well here. There were some drops on the floor. Yeah, we did. Didn't we lose something here at one point? And then I saw it later in the editing. No, I think we came to this place. Alright. We may get a little bit of frame drop as well. Some of these areas, I don't know, are a little bit FPS intensive. It's not even that they necessarily have a lot going on, but I don't know, maybe it's just the open area. Here we find a secret button, which reveals this guy. And he's pretty cool. We're going to find a few of these. If you are an avid watcher of Grimrock 1, you may know 100% what this is. If I'm going to try and backstab him, Lotopatho should at least eat some food. Let's quickly do this. Here we go. These guys were all over the place in Grimrock 1, especially in the lower floors of the dungeon. I've been kind of waiting for this moment where obviously they'd come back in, and here they are. They're actually pretty easy for us to deal with just sort of the standard stealth tactic. Wow, my mouse is breaking. What the hell? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, we're just going to have to go ham. We're going to have to kill him. Oh my god. Lotopatho, no! Why? How did that happen? My mouse totally broke. What you guys need to understand is my standing desk isn't actually a standing desk. It's just a chest of drawers. And it's an old one as well. It's from like 1920 or some crap. It's really, really old. It's like older than most members of my family. And I lug it around every day, and I've dented it, putting my pop filter on it and all kinds of stuff. I'm like a terrible human being. Anyway, the surface of the top of it is kind of rough, so if I use my mouse on it, I don't know, it bugs out. It goes kind of weird. Like, the sensor can't pick it up properly. And it's totally bugging out right now, even though I'm using quite deftly, because I don't have a mouse mat, a Morrowind case. Like, I couldn't even see it on the screen there. Whatever. Lotopatho died. That sucks, man. That better not keep happening in this play session. Let's create another potion of resurrection, because I don't mind about the black moss. And also, we're a little bit stranded for save crystals. You might notice this. We haven't seen one for a while. Obviously, we've got the stairs down back into the archives and stuff. But if we ignore that, actually, we are a little bit stranded for them. So keep your eyes out. Here we get a tome. And obviously the prize of experience for killing that big guy. This is a tome of knowledge. Gain 1 skill point. The keepers of the sunken library record the knowledge of their visitors in these journals. The sunken library was actually a place we visited in Mount Grimrock in the previous game, so no idea how this got here. This I actually value quite preciously now, because skill points are coming so slow, right? So I really want to make sure we do the right stuff with it, and I think it could probably end up going on Tickrit, just so we can start experiencing the firearms stuff. There's going to be a big firearms drop we get soon, and I want him to sort of be a bit closer before he can use it. So I think this is going to be on Tickrit. There we go, we'll use that straight away. It says level up, but really it just means he's got a skill point, I believe. And then we'll put we'll whack another point in there. There's a lot going on, really, with the group. I think Sandon may end up wearing the crystal armor, as we originally speculated, but we shall see. He's also hungry. Also, if you check it out, we're basically coming out of food here. We've got the pie. I don't want to resort to eating the pie. There's a Mitchell and Webb sketch where there's like these British people starving in the Arctic and stuff, and they're like, oh, we shall not eat this like specific food because it's not supposed to be British. Anyway, there you go. That's your first secret here. It looked like there was a book on that hay bale, and there totally wasn't. Our only choice now is to move over here and wind our way. Oh, we've got the face. Did we read this face before? I'm pretty sure we did. For every force, there is an opposing force. There are two sides to everything. This duality permeates the whole universe. I'd like to point out to you guys that pretty much every single face in the game, while being cryptic, we have actually been able to discern it means something. In particular, there were a lot around Sleet Island and stuff that ultimately led to us getting in the graveyard, for example. There have also been these other kind of faces that just sort of talk about this whole idea of this hidden shrine and stuff. This is actually based on an alternate path you can take through the game, and you want to pay attention to each time we find. There's also a couple of faces that we're talking about meteors in the bog, which we never dealt with, which we will at some point as well, which is another big secret of the game. Anyway, so we already looked at that, of course. Let's move on in. And this just feels so good. Look at the trees. Oh, it's brilliant. Now we can... Oh, wait, hold on. Was this just another way through? I guess it was. Yeah, all right. So there were two ways. We didn't have to worm our way around. Now, last time, we had a glimpse of something, and I thought it was one of those ogres. It totally wasn't on the series. I'll admit it to you guys now. What we saw a glimpse of was one of these walks. And look at these guys. They do look pretty scary, right? And again, though, we can do the sort of the stealth tactics. They're scary monsters, but they're no better at identifying or detecting us than anyone else. And we can slam them down like that. Warg meat is very much something we're looking for. God damn it. They're really good at injuring you, though. That's the thing. I remember those original wargs you fight in Twigroot Forest that were, like, really dangerous. Sort of the point I described in the series where I said, this is kind of the point where you realize, is your team any good or not, right? Like, those early game moments can be really difficult, even on a normal mode playthrough. And I think the reason why they're so dangerous is because of these friggin' injuries all the time. You don't have that many blood drop caps early on in the game. I mean, we can just power through it here. But they still attack quickly. They still do a lot of damage. So, you know, it's just kind of scary. I hope you guys are doing alright today, by the way. Last night I watched a movie for Movie Club, Shutter Island. Man, and I really enjoyed the movie. Really enjoyed the movie. I'll save, like, discussion for it for the podcast later. But seriously, it was so good. But all the discussion I read about online, it's just people who are like, oh, I saw the twist coming, as if it was a movie about the twist. It's really irritating me. I've also been listening to this really sad song called This Bitter Earth by Dina something, which plays in the credits, and oh, it's so melancholy. It's got me in a really weird mood. It got me in a weird mood, and then I was like, hey, I want to record some Grimrock. So here we go. We get another blood drop cap to replace the one we just spent. And here we get kind of an interesting asset, something we don't see too much. This is the exit to the ruins of Desirune. Do you remember ages ago? We're in this room. We had to get 2 keys to open 2 doors to pull 2 levers to ultimately send us downstairs. Well, there was that door, do you remember? And it was caved in and it said, this is to the Hamlet. Well, here you go. I think if this was something of a more traditional RPG, if, for example, the Windgate mechanic wasn't a thing, then we'd totally find like a stick of dynamite here, wouldn't we? And we'd click it and it'd go boom, and then we'd unblock the way and we'd manage to move forward. Or it was a Pokemon game and we'd start using Strength or Rock Smash or some crap and we'd get through. Well, no, in Grimrock, we just sort of get to mull over it and see it, and we can't affect it. We are just witnesses to the island here and the state it is in, and that's about it. Anyway, so we are in the village proper. Now, you guys might notice something here. This is a pretty cool looking fountain right here at Sunset. Didn't we have a note about a fountain at one point? Now, I'm not sure I actually deal with that this episode because there's some other stuff I want to show you guys. I do also, unfortunately, have to admit something to you all. We're going to be going underground. There you go, Loto Patho feels strong. That's pretty good. We're going to be going underground again. Not for too long. That's why I was sort of joking that we're going to move around slowly here. But when we do ultimately go underground, we're going to be, I don't want to say stuck, but we're going to be there pretty slowly. Here we've got the crystal mines with a bunch of pads. Now, if we try and walk through, then this closes, it poisons us. Apparently, it doesn't want us to go into crystal mines at all. So we'll leave that for a second. We will find a note that sort of assists us in getting through this, which I guess I'll reveal when we've actually read it. So just sort of hugging the walls here. Oh, hello. How the hell were you behind us? You know, people always say in movies and stuff, like, or zombie things, how did you get snuck up on by all these massive monsters? And it's like, hold on. I find in video games I tend to get snuck up by these things as well. Maybe it's because I'm not listening too closely right now. Oh, that's brilliant. We've got the extra back subs in. That really is good. These guys do have flanking strikes, by the way, just like the Wormbounds did. So if, for example, I'm stood at the side, they do the charge thing. You can bait that out. That flanking strike will injure you, do lots of damage. So you want to be careful, again, because we're sort of save crystal surrounded at the moment. Shall we just stealth once more? Well, I almost missed that stealth. And there we go, we get one more backstab. I should point out as well, these guys do drop some loot. They drop spiked clubs. I don't think this is what they dropped in the first game. These are heavy weapons, heavy two-handed weapon. Now, it does 20 to 61. So, let's assume we came to the Hamlet a lot earlier. Someone was even a comment saying that they did the game in a very different order, and they found the order we're doing it quite peculiar. You know, if you did it in that order, you won't necessarily have Bane, and you won't necessarily, either have the Scythe or, I guess, the Ancient Claymore here. So, actually, let's look at the damage here. 32 to 86, this could be a huge upgrade. This could be a really nice thing if you come here early enough. The downside, however, is that it gives you minus 20 accuracy. It's funny, I actually feel like this is one of the only heavy weapons in the game, based on the order you play through Grimrock 2, where you can actually acquire it, a two-handed heavy weapon, that you actually don't have heavy weapons maxed out, and so it becomes one-handed again. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, I don't know, it's a cool idea. We certainly don't need it, though, so we're going to be dropping those down. That minus 20 accuracy is a huge deal on Jonker, who would just become wildly inaccurate should he try to use it, so we're just not going to worry. Okay. It's night. I'm really conflicted right now. I'm gonna sleep. I'm sorry. I'm gonna sleep. I know we're struggling for food and stuff right now. There you go. It's midnight. Loto Pafo starving. This definitely wasn't a good idea, was it? Oh no. This is not a good idea. I know we got some hog meat. It's okay. Loto Pafo also has a head injury. That's gonna mess with his accuracy. I like how in this game head injuries do tend to be really quite terrible. So there we go. We'll fix that up. And Sannon is also... Jonker's hungry. Sorry. I think him being hungry is a bit worse than you being hungry, bro. You've got some bread anyway, right? Okay, cool. Eat that before it goes stale. So, let's keep wandering around. Let's see what else we can find. Over here, we've got like a little narrow pathway. And in the distance... Oh, no, that isn't this bit. Here on the floor, we're going to find some broadhead arrows. And we'll find a golden key. Kind of random, I guess. I don't know. We don't need the arrows either anymore, so we can just leave them. And in the distance in a second, as we turn this corner over here on the left, you should see... above the tree line, there it is. Oh, look, guys. Oh, there's a shrine. Oh, hello. Here we've got a place called the House of Braids, which we're going to go into probably at the end of the episode. But as we move along here, you'll be very desperate to get to this shrine. And there you go. We're pretty close here. That warg, are they wargs or wolves? I'm not really sure, to be honest. Howling was very scary. Apparently, these are the things that drag lots of enemies to you if you're not careful. He seemed to get distracted and very enthused by a wall, which was much to our benefit there. Hello. Oh, God. I swear, is it just that dancing's harder in Grimrock 2, or am I just worse at it now because I don't really practice it that much? That's fine. More warg meat, always useful. Did this guy not drop any? That sucks, he didn't. That really sucks. Okay, but yeah, we get the shrine, and so you might be really tempted. Oh, let's go inside. Let's see what shrine is this. What's the one element we have yet remaining? You can figure it out already. This is very cool, by the way. This is the Orb of Villison. We'll have a look at that in a second. But you notice we can't actually get to it. We can't. It's right out there near the water, and that's it. So we're kind of a bit annoyed right now. How do we get to the shrine? It's totally in a separate area of the island. Who did I just drop that on? Did I put on Sannon? Wow, what the heck? My hands do weird things sometimes. Here we go. So the Orb of Villison. This is actually a throwing weapon, so we're not going to be able to use this again. Damage 1 to 4 plus strength. A spherical object made of strange elastic substance. This is a reference to the movie Castaway. I will not explain exactly what happened in Castaway, but yeah, so kind of funny. If I had a throwing weapon guy, I would probably try to use it just a little bit, just to call it a thing. It's not like a traditional secret. It's just out here in the water. I guess a bit like the ring. Well, maybe it does do something. Maybe I should look this up. No, it just seems to not give us anything as far as I can see from the stats. But anyway, there you go. But I quite like the references. It seems weird, I don't know, because in some ways this feels like a very standard sort of traditional RPG with a lot of world building that could be going for it. And on the other hand, they do these little references. And you're either someone that really enjoys them or doesn't, I guess. And I quite enjoy them. Anyway, so now we're just looping around. And I guess I kind of want to go into that House of Braids before we get too confused doing other stuff. We do have this little section here, which I guess we can go into. So let's do that first. Tikrit is now starving, but we just got some more warg meat. Where are we? And, of course, this is important because this is our save crystal. This is going to be our go-to place. This could have repaired some injuries for us, for example. And here we get a hub key. So, what do you know, guys? At some point in here, we're going to be able to use this key to get back to the hub, start dropping our stuff off. Remember, that is the last area in the hub for us to unlock. That's going to be very exciting indeed. Here we find a statue. Can't really do anything with this stuff right now. We've got a throwing axe and some more pellets. So let's go back over to the House of Braids. We've got not the entire lay of the land here, but the general lay of the land. And now, unfortunately, I'm going to take you guys underground. That bit of rock looked like an eagle head coming out of the rock. Don't you guys think? Okay, is this the House of Braids? Here we go. So, House of Braids. What do we have here? Well, we have a bunch of trapdoors, and when we stand on this pressure pad, it's going to open them up. Each time we move, it's going to flip the ones around us. And so it might seem quite simple to navigate, but we've also got a lot of switches we want to pull, and just general secret-y nonsense to get through. So that's cool, except usually you're going to want to fall down, right? When you get into a puzzle like that, you want to know exactly what is under your feet. That's like always the standard, so that's what we're going to be doing here. Here's a ladder up. And this, of course, is going to knock us back down into the sewers. And I should probably face the other way. The sewers, we had an option for joining earlier. Oh, you threw a knife at us. But now, only now we're getting into it properly. Being a sewers, what's really suited for the sewers? Rat people, of course. So there's going to be tons of ratlings for us to fight in here. And this is going to be a long section of the game for us where we're exploring the sewers. We are also about to solve our food crisis for the foreseeable future. Here we get a sign that says shortcut. And there's a keyhole here. This is not obviously where we'd be able to put the hub key. We can't do anything here just yet. And what we're going to find is we're actually sealed off in a chamber here, where there's a whole bunch of doors. There's a lot of sewer-themed enemies. Okay, so we can't fire with the crossbow. Thanks very much, Mr. Toad. There's a lot of sewer-themed enemies, and ultimately we're going to be kind of stuck. We'll find a way back out into the surface, and that's where I'd like to end the episode. But it won't be back to the surface in the way you want. Here we've got a place called Reservoir Access. Again, it's locked off. In the water, we'll find lots of pickups. It's okay. This is a rather large area, okay, with quite a few enemies. Not necessarily really dangerous enemies, but quite a few enemies. So don't worry, we'll just slowly work our way through. Some ratlings on the side here. Something occurred to me in the sewers as well. You know all these random clothes we've been finding? It's what the ratlings are wearing, of course. And when you find random boots and shirts and stuff around, which we will in here, you're going to find... It's totally what these guys are wearing, correct? Oh my god, how are we getting hit from the side there? Oh no, it was just that guy. These guys are all lining up. Actually, last time I was in here, they didn't sort of cluster together so much, but I'm pretty much fine with that. Here, I believe, if we drop in the water... Oh, damn it, that is not where I wanted to drop in the water. There's an area where we want to go to flush against one of the walls and then drop into the water anyway. Oh, God, we're going through a gate here. We need a ladder. Ladder, please. Anyone? There's a ladder. Oh, God, this place is pretty big. This is more maze-like than I thought of. Oh, my God, and Zarktons. What the hell? Okay, Zarktons. Wow, that was a huge backstab. Oh, we're in this massive chamber. I've completely gone off on a detour here. Okay, hold on. Let's... Oh, God, we can't reclaim that either. Someone remember that we've lost that. Let's come back through. We've got to find a ladder somewhere. Was it over there, maybe? Here we go. Here's one. Was it over here? Down below this face? I think this could be it. Here we get the sewer exit west. Oh, God. Okay, do we want to go underground? Oh my god, hello, and we're being shot. Alright, we're gonna go to the exit on the west, okay? Here we find a small chamber, and oh, this is not where we want to be. Oh no, we're in the wrong place. This is gonna trigger a trap with the trickster behind us. And oh, I'm triggering so many things. This is terrible. Okay, and the trickster will come and attack us. Again, not gonna be too dangerous because of course we are pretty powerful. However, again, if you were to come here kind of early, wow, he managed to kill us anyway. What is this? Okay, oh, and we can't even craft a potion. Do we have one already? No, we got a speed potion for Jonker, however. Okay, come on, Mr. Trickster. Come on, we can deal with you. We can deal with you. Oh. There we go, finally. Oh, it's crazy if you don't manage to get the Devastate or whatever. So we've been locked in, but we managed to get a key, which will immediately allow us to get back out. So that's fine. Our prize for coming into this room foolishly, which is not where I wanted to come, is this fine piece of equipment here. This is the Meteor Shield. Now, this shield actually requires concentration too, so even though Jonker is going for the Meteor set at the moment, he can't even equip it. This shield is as hot as a frying pan, but when wielded, the searing heat seems almost enjoyable. We really have a problem with this person being dead right now. With Tickrit being dead, because he can't do the alchemy we need to craft potions to resurrect him, and that is the price you pay for not being careful. It's okay. I think we might be alright, though, or we may have to use a crystal. Either that or between episodes, I will reload the file as if none of this ever happened. This is not where I expected to be. Oh, no, and there's a fire elemental. Okay, hold on. There you go. Did it die? No, I guess it just hit us, as usual. That's fine. We'll kill this guy here. The example that it's trying to give us there, by the way, by having that enemy attack us, is totally because we just got the Meteor Shield and the fire-resistant properties of the set bonus from the Meteor stuff. It's, in my opinion anyway, there to demonstrate the fact that you're going to take way less damage. But you can kind of get the theme of the sewers here. I'm trying... Oh, no, they're all being released now already. This is terrible, guys. This is truly, truly terrible. We missed some pellets over here as well, which I do want to keep collecting just so we can go ham later. If we put something back on the pedestal, will it reopen that door for us? No. Damn. Okay. Hello, Mr. Rattling with a gun. This is probably like the sloppiest it's been. This is not where we were supposed to be. About 5 minutes ago, we were supposed to be somewhere completely different. This is bad. Okay. Well, he won't be able to follow us underwater. My only projectile... Oh, no, I guess I have an ice projectile, right? Yes, and he's weak to it. Okay, just keep running, just keep running. Come on, Shannon, cool down, cool down, cool down. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, this is terrible. We're going to have to use a crystal. Okay, we've used a crystal. We're all right. Okay, so let's try and get our bearings. What I need to do is get to... Oh, my God, even more of these guys. Why are there still so many ratlings left alive? I guess I just had my bearings, or I got lucky last time I was in here. I mean, it should be totally fine. Here we've got a ladder back out. Is this where we want to go? I believe this could be it. Yes, here we go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Nothing weird just happened there. We managed to get back outside during the day. We're back up in the hamlet, but this still doesn't mean we're free of the sewers. Here you'll find this is the sewer access south. We're actually in a place that we weren't before. Oh, look, we're actually very close to the shrine. So the way you enter the shrine is through this alternate area. We're completely sealed off. Again, I don't know. I can't help but feel like sort of old top-down RPGs, perhaps. Like Pokemon, where you'll be in a town and then you'll go through someone's house and you end up in a secluded little area. That's what this is right now. We got massive damage off on that guy. But this is how you get to the shrine. So this is the Shrine of Air. And as we should be able to... This is always the one that says the same thing, right? That one's got the crazy dialogue. This is the elemental Shrine of Air. Air is the rune of dexterity, storms, and flight. Northeast is whence the forces of air are strongest. We obviously only have 3 power gems, so we can't craft anything yet, but we do get some very interesting hints about some of the deeper things in Grimrock 2. Here, this one says, follow the footsteps of Kilhagen the Wise. So we've got these weird ideas of different elements being at different strengths in different places, and now it's telling us you have to pay a bit more attention to everything you've heard about Kilhagen. This face as well says, if you wish to enter the crystal mines, you must take the way of the snail. So the crystal mines was that little area we saw earlier in the episode, and couldn't quite figure out how to get through that gate. Well, here's our clue. You must take the way of the snail. Here we've got some etherweed also, and this is just a cool little area, right? That's it. There's nothing else for us to look at. There was just one enemy to kill, and then this. So we will return here at some point later in the series, but for now, it's sort of just a dummy. It's like, hey, look, there's freedom. There's your way back. There's your way to the hub and the save crystal and everything. But we don't have that luxury. I'm kind of sad I had to use that save crystal. We're still stuck in the sewers then, it would seem. Our food is running very low, and we have an awful lot of branches. Well, we're going to start tackling this next episode, guys. Each of these problems I just detailed to you does have a fine solution, and I guess you have to see it then. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. I'm going to keep going reading about Shutter Island.